Have you ever wondered what happens right after we die? Where does our consciousness, our soul, go? It's one of the biggest mysteries of life. A question that has puzzled humanity for centuries. Today, we're going to explore this profound topic through the timeless wisdom of a great spiritual master, Paramahansa. We delve into the journey of the soul in the first 13 days after leaving the physical body, a period considered crucial in many spiritual traditions. So, let's begin this fascinating journey. According to Yogananda and the ancient yogic scriptures he taught, death isn't an end, but a transition. When the physical body can no longer function, the soul, or the astral body, detaches itself. Imagine it like taking off a heavy coat you've been wearing for a long time. This astral body, which is a subtle, energetic version of our physical form, is what carries our consciousness, our memories, our personality, and our unfulfilled desires, or karma. Immediately after death, there isn't a dramatic judgment scene like in the movies. Instead, there's a period of profound review and rest. The soul experiences a panoramic life review, not as a judgment, but as a deep, personal understanding. It's like watching a movie of your entire life, re-experiencing key moments, emotions, and the impact of your actions on yourself and others. This isn't about guilt or punishment. It's about learning. The soul sees with perfect clarity the lessons it was meant to learn, the love it shared, and the love it missed. For the first few days, the soul often lingers close to its earthly life. It might hover around familiar places, family members, and loved ones. This isn't a haunting in the scary sense. It's driven by attachment and a sort of spiritual inertia. The soul is adjusting to its new, non-physical state. It can perceive the grief and love of those left behind. This is why many traditions emphasize the importance of prayer, positive thoughts, and peaceful rituals during this time. Our calm and loving energy can act like a gentle guiding light, helping the soul to let go of earthly ties and move forward on its journey. Think of it like this. If someone is trying to board a train for a new destination, but their family is clinging to them, crying on the platform, it makes it much harder for them to leave. Similarly, excessive, uncontrolled grief can act like an anchor, holding the soul back. Sending love, peace, and reassurance helps them release their earthly attachments and embrace the next stage, Paramahansa. Yogananda explains that the destination after this initial period depends entirely on the soul's karma and spiritual development during its earthly life. Souls are drawn to environments or astral realms that resonate with their dominant vibrational frequency. If a person lived a life filled with anger, jealousy, and materialism, their soul would naturally be drawn to a lower, darker astral plane where those vibrations are common. It's not a punishment from an external god, but a natural law of attraction, like a magnet pulling on iron filings. Conversely, a soul that cultivated love, kindness, compassion, and a desire for spiritual growth will be drawn to higher, brighter astral realms. These are worlds of incredible beauty, light, and peace, where souls can continue their learning and evolution in a much more harmonious environment. They might connect with other advanced souls, learn from spiritual guides, and work through their remaining karma in a more joyful and accelerated way. So, what happens during the remainder of these 13 days? This period is a gradual process of detachment and orientation. The soul slowly sheds its most recent earthly impressions and begins to acclimate to the astral world. The rituals performed by the living, like ceremonies and prayers, are believed to create a protective, positive energy field that helps the soul navigate this transition smoothly, freeing it from any lingering confusion or attachment. It is a time for the soul to consolidate its life, its experiences, and prepare for what comes next. For some, this might be a long rest in a peaceful astral realm. For others, it might be a period of intense learning and purification. And for most, it will eventually lead to the next stage in the grand cycle of reincarnation. Rebirth. The soul, carrying its karmic blueprint, will eventually be drawn to a new physical body, a new family, and a new set of circumstances that provide the perfect opportunity for its continued spiritual growth. The ultimate goal as Yogananda taught, is to transcend this cycle altogether by realizing our true nature as one with the infinite spirit. This journey of the soul is not something to be feared. It's a natural, universal process. Death is simply a doorway to another room in our Father's vast mansion. By understanding this process, we can live our lives more consciously, focusing on what truly matters: love, kindness, and spiritual awareness. We can also face the passing of our loved ones, not with despair, but with love, support, and the deep knowing that their journey continues. Living a good life, a life of purpose and love, is the best possible preparation for a beautiful and peaceful transition. As we move into the second part of our discussion, we'll explore these astral realms in more detail. What are they really like? How do souls interact there? And what is the ultimate destiny of the soul according to Yogananda's teachings? Stay with us as we continue to unravel these profound mysteries of life, death, and the eternal journey of the soul. Welcome back. We've been exploring the soul's journey in the first 13 days after death. Guided by the wisdom of Paramahansa, we learned that death is a transition, not an end, and that the soul experiences a life review before beginning to detach from its earthly ties. Now, let's dive deeper into what comes next. Where does the soul actually go? And what are these astral worlds Yogananda spoke of? He described the astral universe as a vast, incredibly beautiful, and complex realm of light and energy. It's the heavens spoken of in many religions, but it's not just one single place. It's composed of countless different planes or lokas, each vibrating at a different frequency. A soul is automatically drawn to the astral plane that matches its own inner vibration, which was cultivated during its earthly life. It's the law of like attracts like on a cosmic scale. So, what are these realms like? The lower astral planes are closer in vibration to the physical world. They can be realms of confusion, twilight, and unrest, inhabited by souls who were dominated by negative emotions like anger, greed, and intense materialism. These souls are not eternally damned. They are simply working out their heavy, negative karma in an environment that reflects their inner state. It's a self-created purgatory, a place for purification until they are ready to move to a higher state or reincarnate to try again. On the other hand, the higher astral worlds are realms of unimaginable beauty, light, and harmony. The scenery, colors, and music there are far beyond anything we can experience on Earth. Communication is telepathic. Travel is at the speed of thought. Souls in these higher realms continue to learn, create, and evolve. They might attend astral schools of wisdom, meet with advanced spiritual masters, and enjoy the company of soulmates and loved ones who are on a similar vibrational level. Life there is joyful and free from the pain, disease, and limitations of the physical body. It's a place of rest, rejuvenation, and continued spiritual progress. For a soul that has just left the earth, the 13-day period is crucial for its trajectory into these realms. The positive energy and prayers from loved ones help to elevate the soul's vibration, allowing it to bypass the lower, darker realms and ascend more easily to a brighter, more peaceful plane that is its rightful home based on the good it did in life. This is why spiritual traditions place so much emphasis on rituals, chanting, and holding the departed in loving thought. It's a final, powerful gift of love we can give them. Yogananda taught that the average person spends a period of time in the astral world proportionate to their earthly karma before the pull of their unfulfilled desires draws them back to be reborn on Earth. The purpose of rebirth is not a punishment. It's a fresh opportunity. Each life is a new classroom where the soul can learn the lessons it missed, resolve old karmic patterns, and continue its journey towards the ultimate goal of this grand cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is liberation, or liberation is the state where the soul has paid all its karmic debts, fulfilled all desires, and, most importantly, realized its true identity as an immortal, blissful spark of the divine spirit. A liberated soul no longer needs to reincarnate. It merges back into the cosmic consciousness, the ocean of spirit, from which it came. It doesn't lose its individuality. Rather, It expands it to become one with everything. This is the state of eternal freedom, love, and joy that all spiritual paths ultimately lead to. So, how does this understanding change how we live our lives right now? It changes everything. It tells us that this life is not a dress rehearsal. Every thought, every word, and every action is creating our future reality, both in this life and the next. Living with kindness, integrity, and compassion isn't just a nice moral ideal. It's a practical way of building a beautiful destiny for our soul. It also transforms our view of death. Fear of the unknown is replaced by a sense of spiritual adventure. We can see death as a graduation, a promotion to a new and exciting sphere of existence. It encourages us to focus on developing our inner, spiritual qualities, because those are the only treasures we can take with us. Our worldly possessions, status, and even our physical bodies are all temporary. But the love we share, the wisdom we gain, and the divinity we realize within ourselves are eternal. Paramahansa Yogananda's teachings offer us a roadmap of the soul's journey, demystifying death and empowering us to live more fearlessly and purposefully. The 13-day period is a sacred window, a final transition from the physical to the astral. By understanding it, we can better support our loved ones on their journey and better prepare for our own. Remember, the life you live today is the key that unlocks the door to your eternal home. Live it well, live it with love, and live it in the joyful awareness of your own immortal soul. Thank you so much for joining me on this profound exploration. I hope it brought you some peace and clarity. If you found this helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into life's biggest questions. Until next time, be well and live with purpose.